Alright, so hello to the stream. At least I'm still on the loading screen. Today you can decide whatever I'm doing. So I hope you'll enjoy more or less torturing me. But initially I have one quick question and I need quick answers. Pipes or muskets? Because that's also something you have to decide. Just write it into the chat, I will look when the time has come and analyze all the votes and then put it together and then look what has more. And then I'll do that. So go ahead and, well, decide. Or should I go for stables? You have to decide, I'm just your puppet. Well, kind of at least. And once more, happy birthday, Michael. Stables, alright. Then that'll be my my main priority right after I put up the initial barracks. Though I also need to decide what barrack units I will make, because playing without barracks, that's a bit too hard right now. I don't think we are going to play hard today. Remember, you have to do quick answers, otherwise I can't make units without your permission, basically. And what cavalry should I make? Anyway, today we have 5,000 resources, 0 peacetime, and no balloon. I don't know, it appears like we have artillery as well. Capture, I suppose, is only artillery, of course, as always. Yeah, we have Colorfield, we have Tequila, we have Captain Pirat, we have Pepper, we have me, we have Rurik, we have Welcome to Kiev, and we have Abu 3. So that's quite a setup. Welcome, Arthur. Oh well. So, I still need your answers. I need to know what units I have to make, because I have none right now. I almost feel like Liechtenstein. Or do they have an army? I don't know. Anyway, ale, I need your answers. Because this only works if we cooperate. I'm going to stay in case I die, of course, to commentate a bit further on the game. But I'm gonna be bored, and when I'm bored, I'm going to leave. That's the basic rule, as you know. At least the position seems kind of well defendable, or at least hard to reach. Nervous lava intensifies. Looks like we have Captain Pirat to our north. Ooh, building a wall. That might be actually a pretty good idea in this case. Though not right now. I don't know. If should I build a wall? And I still don't know what units to make. You have to help me here. That's the deal. It's you decide day. I have 2 stables and 2 barracks, but no units apart from 4 drummers. Hello, gentle drop. I am on the bottom left map. Side of the map, Mark. Alright, Michael, I will build a wall. And it shall be great. Because I have plenty of workers, I will allocate everybody. Well, yes, but what units? Pikes, musketeers, raiders, knights, dragoons? Or just tons of officers? I could even build infinite drummers. Dragoons. That's road number 1. And since we have that road, raiders and dragoons. Oh. Okay, so that's 1 for raiders and 2 for dragoons already. But what should I do with the barracks? Or should I just leave the barracks alone altogether? Musketeers? Siege Cossacks. Ah, okay. I don't have a diplomatic center, but that can be arranged. In fact, that will be instantly arranged. Oh, my wall has been interrupted by Captain Pirat. And my peasants seem to be a little bit incompetent at stopping them. I mean, of course, they're just peasants. That's gonna be a bit of a bummer, but we can just rebuild that in no time. Siege for raiding, okay. I bet Colorfield would cut off my head for this, but I'm going to use 1 stable with dragoons and 1 stable for raiders. Of course. So now we have a few siege. Let's think about what else as of a mercenary unit we should make. Our Great Wall has been built. Now we should be safe for a little bit. As long as they don't pull up any artillery. Archers. Alright. Let's make infinite archers then. Bit more wood for the next stable. We are on a bit of an army deficit because we had to wait, but that doesn't mean we can't decide who to target or where to go. Currently, I only know where Captain Pirat is. Should I attack him or should I go searching somewhere else? To the right, maybe. I don't know who's to the right or who's behind Captain Pirat to the north. Alright, then we'll risk it at the right side. Now this tea biscuits, I bet Colorful would like that as well. And I would like something to eat as well, even though I just had dinner. It just wasn't enough, I guess. Just going to buy some more resources for the upgrade for faster cavalry production, so we can get a bit around the little deficit in a combined force that we have. One, two, three. There we go. Our first army is ready to march out, and they are right about to move out. Okay, so we have a second vote for the right side. It's good when there's unity. The problem is that I can't really see to the right. But I don't need formations right now. I have my siege Cossacks. They can raid and attack and do other horrible things to people. Oh, it looks like we have Abu 3 here, who tried to build a wall. But I suppose he stopped midway through. That's not a big problem though. We can just cut this down. Remember that you also maybe want to think with me, so that I don't have to ask for everything. Oh. Oh well, I guess I'll help out Ebu instead. Never mind, let's just kill everybody. This is actually going better than I expected, even though we are still decisively losing right here. We will just fall back a little bit and let them come to us, even though I have artillery. Talking of artillery, I don't have any resources to make any, but should I go for artillery as well? because that's still an option. A dangerous one, but nevertheless an option. For some reason I'm getting lag spikes. The game has froze. I hope it unfreezes again. It appears like it has crashed, in fact. I think, because I'm in the waiting for players loading screen and Call of It and Rui are out. I can't tap out to look for any um, messages from caller. So that's a little problem. Let's just wait until the thingy pops away. Well, if it unfreezes, it is. And at this point we can safely assure it crashed, so I'm going to leave. The classic out of 4 variant, which always works. So I guess it's up to you again. Hey. New round, new luck. It's up to you. Since at least our dear Michael is always there, I can safely assure that I will have actual units this time. I wonder what sort of people that I can't. Well, there's no FFA in the title this time. Fair enough. So toss down your votes. What should I play this time? England again or something else today? This time. Michael votes for Scotland. Is there anybody else who wants to chuck in a vote? Otherwise, I do have to accept Scotland, because as I said, today the viewers decide what to do. And the more or the faster or the any votes count and win. Of course, they're my specialty. My only real specialty. At least in this game. It seems pretty dead today. I wonder where everybody is. But since I don't see any more votes, let's go for Scotland. So let's just make clear right away. Stables or barracks, and if barracks, pikes or muskets, and if stables, raiders or lancers. Or even a diplomatic center. I don't know, you have to decide. Barracks and diplomatic center, alright. That's one vote. Okay. So the pikes, the archers, and the swordsmansmen. Alright, noted down. Oh, so I should use everything. Oh, alright, I can do that. Just make sure that Call of It doesn't die of cringe in the meantime. Or face palms. I will do it. Don't worry. I do not assure for anybody's mental safety though. My own one is already destroyed anyway. Alright. So we have some Scottish diplomatic center barracks with all units basically. But what units in the diplomatic center? What should I make from the dip center? Since I'm having both units from the castle and both units from the barracks, there's no real option, no real special option what I could do. Round cheese, infantry, arch, they are all the same basically. One vote for archers. More? Any more? Dragoons and siege Cossacks. Alright. Yes, the Scottish archers are better than archers. They have longer range, more power, more health. Of course, they are slower to be built, but you have to sacrifice something for quality, right? But that's a good, I forgot the word. You know what I mean. That's a good thing to be saying. So the vote tips into your favor, Michael. I'm sorry, Barbaros. It's time for the classical loading screen. Um, I think the word I tried to use or to apply was that's a good argument, because Michael said that the Scottish bowmen are better than archers. And I agreed with that, because if you use archers in Scotland from a Detrom Lake Center, and you have Scottish clans archers, you are wasting everything basically. So that's a good argument, I guess, if that's the right word. I had a little blackout right now. But let's see what's happening now. We have Colopet, Captain Pirat, Pepper, Ruik, M Mark, Takida, Sax, Max, and me. And me. That voice crack though. So I don't know what to do. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to go after. Which direction? I'm in the top right. Where should I go? I can't go to the right. I am in the top right. That means, or do you want to make a reverse logic here? A reverse ideology? Because if I go to the right, I would effectively go to the left actually, because if I would go to the right, in a stupid kind of sense, I would come back to the left. You know these from the old, where people go out to the right side of the screen and come back to the left? That kind of logic I meant. Do you mean that, or do you want to pick another path? South. Alright, I can do that. That's no problem. Except for the economy is a bit of a problem right now, but nothing that can't be fixed. I hope. Let's just make a bunch of siege Cossacks. Huh? Weird. Now we have two votes that are contradicting. I should wall off the south, but go to the left. We have to come to an agreement here. Because I can't... well, I could do both, but it will render me useless. You could also insist that I do both, of course. Alright, then I will wall off the bottom and go to the left. The wall has been placed. And the army is going to march out. Let's just hope this is not going to result in a disaster. Oh, I see what you're planning to do. No problem. I have to do what you say. Oh, this is not what I expected. Oh, but that's fine too. I don't mind this guy dying. He doesn't really seem to be a good tactician either. He's out of coal, in fact. And I am out of units. Whoops. I still think we did some decent damage for the army that we had. I will continue to go to the left, unless you want something else. But that's entirely up to you. I have no say here. Alright, I will stick with it. The game's name is Nasli Ergun, and only English. Or English only, better said. It's been a while since I had to say that. I'm quite impressed. Let's just fuel back up on Siege Cossacks and then we'll continue. Welcome Tycho, or Tycho? I forgot how to pronounce that. You've come right in time for the You Decide What to Do day. But currently there's no votes open. I'm sorry. I'm currently moving to the left side onto Saxmax, attacking him, and I've walled myself off. So now the Confederates can't hurt me. Stonks. Time for some nice castles. Well, one nice castle. I can't really afford any more right now. Let's try to get a bit more on the nerves of Sax Max. Or Sax Max? I don't know. But surely he's not going to like what's going to happen. But I don't mind. Tycho, I don't really understand what you want to tell me. It's confusing to say the least. I'm sorry. Can you maybe try and ask the question better? It's fine, your English is fine, if the autocorrect wouldn't be there. My army has been removed, but I did quite some damage against Saxmax, and then I just saw Takeda running into him. That might be a bit of a juicy situation. I don't know if Call of Duty uses 20 Hetman and then Siege Cossacks when he plays as Ukraine. I haven't really paid attention to him, but I think he does. At least for in the early game he uses Hetman, I think. I think in the later game he switches to Siege Cossacks simply because they are better in the late game. They are cheaper, they are faster to produce, and they are Hussar type units, so they are fast and they can take out, or at least protect, against musket fire. It appears like Beppa has called Call of its bluff. What a man. No, I cannot speak Turkish, and I won't speak Turkish because this is an English stream. I'm sorry. I'm not from Turkey either. I'm experiencing some kind of lag, but it's not too drastic right now. Yeah, the Hetmen are pretty much annihilating any other melee unit. But I think they reached their best effectiveness when facing weak units like peasants or something, because they can one-shot them, and once I and one-shots a unit, he has like infinite rate of attack. Basically, he's like a chainsaw if he one-shots the unit. If he doesn't, then he's very, very slow at killing, actually. And thus way more vulnerable against other melee units. But of course, it first needs to have such a unit that can even withstand an attack from a headman. And even that is quite rare. I don't know what the maximum attack is. I think it's 150. I don't know, but that's enough to one-shot pikemen. Ah, I wanted to build dragoons, but I kind of forgot. Well, let's just stock up on some siege Cossacks. It appears like Saxmax is trying to raid me now, with zero success, because the capture is off, and he got most of his siege Cossacks shot. Maybe Saxmax is related to the epic Sax guy. I don't know. If anybody even knows that old name anymore, apart from me. Ukraine in millions? I don't really know if that's the best unit. Not the best unit, the best nation in millions. Regardless of the mode. Sure, the headmen are good, but they are not really helpful if you face a horde of 18th pikemen that soak up all the damage. And behind them there's some musketeers, because headmen, they die to musketeers like nothing else. It's a big waste of money. Besides, if you use headmen in millions, I can quite imagine that you will run out of gold extremely fast. So I don't think it's really recommendable to play Ukraine in millions. At least not when there's no set Ukraine nation, that everybody is Ukraine. At least it's my opinion. Maybe in zero peacetime millions they are good, because you can't just build this 18 Sparrows in a minute or so. Bugger, I wanted to buy some dragoons again, but I forgot it again. Now I'll just sell stuff and get them that way. That also means that I'm soon going to attack Saxmax again. I disapprove of these palisades that are standing everywhere. So I'll remove these. Oh, I don't think we are going to meet Saxmarks again. At least not anytime soon. Now I feel like it's a good idea that you told me to wall off. Ah, I am supposed to try and make peace with Colorfit. But I have nothing that I will offer him. Appeal to his humanity. Uh, should I let Colorfit make a wall out of towers? Because these towers can shoot me. I play Scotland because I like the nation, and because it's the only thing that I'm really special-ish with rather, and because people voted for this round. Because today is you vote, you decide. Go all in. What does Michael say? Should I also go in, or should I hold back? Because this is a critical vote. If I die here, it might be game over for me altogether. So I need all of your decision to make this count. Alright, we have 2 votes, and I think there's only 3 active people here. And 2 votes say that I will go in, so I must go in. Oh, Clemency has artillery. Oh no, it doesn't. It's just dragoons, I mean. He has dragoons. Artillery will be even better. We are surprisingly enough apparently beating Call of It in this battle. At least initially. Now it's turning around. The volunteers just are paper soldiers, as it's fairly known by now. It is amazing. We appear to win. We did it, boys. We won. What is our next step? Because we are crippled. But it was a good battle. Gotta say that. Keep going. Alright, we'll do. Just gotta regather my foo. My kung fu. Gotta regather my kung fu to win this. Now I'm confused. One person says I should keep pushing, and person says I should keep pushing. One person says I should escape. One says I should make another aggression pact. Um, Reorganize your decisions, please. I can't do all three at once. This is contradicting. Um, Keep hill. Okay. No, no, gotta. Now it's too late. Coordination is the thing. We need to coordinate better. I can't really outgather Call of it in terms of forces because he's going to outspam me with volunteers later. So that's a bad decision anyway. But not one that I would question. What's our next step? The problem is, Michael, that the pact vote was outweighted by 2 votes that said attack. So I attacked. So now we have 1 vote for the pact and 1 vote for spam archers and muskets. I think that the round, well, shield fighters are good, but yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, I will do that. So what am I supposed to do? The votes seem to be a little bit all over the place, which I cannot really take. Because I need decisive votes. I need outweighing. Whether it be with facts, strategical importance, like not make mercenary archers and Scottish archers. That's a really bad idea. I would go for volunteers even in late game, yeah. They might be squishy as hell, but the amount of firepower they provide is really great. Musketeers for Portugal, I don't think they are. They are viable, sure, but I don't think they are better than the volunteers. I think they have this somewhat the same amount of firepower, while it's being far slower produced. In the end, it's really a thing of your own preference, I think. Now I'm supposed to sit tight. I'll take that as stay in base. I could try to wall off more, but I don't think that's possible because the towers would shoot my ass off. Alright, I will do that. It's a bit unfair, I think, because Call of Duty can literally just read what you say and then hard counter me. But that's life. Can't do anything against that. I can't stream myself because my connection is really shit. Yeah, Scotland is very bad in late game, I would say. Just because they lack the ability to produce a lot of units, in my opinion. Of course, they are still viable in late game. It's not that they are impossible to play after a certain amount of time, but it's just that they have a very big disadvantage against any other nation because the cavalry at least is really bad and takes really long to produce. And the Scottish barracks, the 18th century barracks affected the castles, only offer you bow clansmen and sword clansmen, which are effectively better versions of the 17th units, I would say. However, the fact is you don't have any 18th musketeers, you don't have any 18th pikemen, that means you don't have any unit that you can just push out endlessly. You are going to be outnumbered, and you can't do anything against it. You have to be smart about your tactical engagements, and you have to make the best of it, which is what I kind of specialized in. My golden days are long since over, but I had my golden days. I'm happy about that, and I am proud of that. I don't have Total War Warhammer 2. I have, let's see, I have Total War Medieval 2, Total War Rome 2, Total War Attila, Total War Shogun 2. And I think that's all. Though I only really played Attila and Rome 2. As expected, Call of its towers keeps shooting my buildings. Or my units from the buildings. I don't know what they're actually aiming for. Should I maybe make something that removes this specific tower? And maybe forces a relocation of this specific tower, not of all the towers. Because if I would just forcibly relocate all the towers, I think I would be dead. Besides, this tower is destroying my wall. And as a man of having dead squirrels on my head, I don't like people destroying my walls. Because that might just cause people that are not wanted to come in and just put the entire house on its head. It appears like now my wall is being specifically targeted, which I do not approve of at all. Well, Tycho, you only have to be faster in the lobby. Then you can join freely. There is no balloon in this game, Zeta Saklik. It's deactivated for the sake of teaming deactivated. People are getting really aggravated when people get too close to their mines. Probably Collar being a capitalist again. Oh, hold up. That's some blue round. She is chasing a yellow post-Politrosceni. So Takeda seems to fight Sax Max or has trouble against Sax Max, which doesn't really disturb me. They can just die for all I care. Ukraine is a difficult topic to play in Call of its lobbies. It's mostly banned, though I think if you're a real beginner, you might get through it a couple of times. Because sometimes Call of its beginners play Ukraine, regardless of other people not allowed or something. Yes, Hungary is probably the best beginner nation. They have good musketeers, they have good and early access to good hussars. They also have the Seiki musketeers later on, which are basically a weaker version of the Swiss Jäger, whilst being reasonably beatable. So yeah, if you're a beginner, you're new, play Hungary. It's a good introduction to the game. You also have the light cavalry, which is a replacement for the dragoons in the 18th century. They are a bit weaker, but I think they are to be produced. Even though I haven't played Hungary in a while, I can't really say that for sure. So we are sitting here waiting. Should I do anything else? Maybe build stables or something? Or just continue with infantry mode? It's up to you. Technically I shouldn't even give you thoughts about what or let you or tell you what I could do or not. I am strong enough to kill Saxmas, I think. So let's do that. Piedmont and Venice. It's hard to say. Venice has a differently costed upgrade for the faster cavalry production. I think it just costs a ton of iron, but not really anything else. Piedmont has Padre, which is a priest. I think it's a stronger priest. I don't use priests, so they are useless to me. They also have some nice tanky 18th dragoons. So there's that they can take more damage. They are better to just send out alone. But I don't know. I haven't played Piedmont. Or was it the Dutch or tanky? Or maybe both? I don't know, maybe Call of can answer you that. For now I'm going to run down Sax maps. Polo shooters are an interesting topic. Yes, they are the only user who can build formation. That's out of question, of course. They are also stronger in their attack and defense values. However, due to their lower production, uh, due to the high production time rather, not long, better said. Sorry, it's getting late. Due to the long production time, they are actually not very good in late game. You can still use them, no questions asked. But I think they are over the zenith in that. You should use normal users, they don't. At least if you ask me. I am about to kill Saxmax. What am I supposed to do afterwards? Should I go for Takeda or something else? Or should I just go back home altogether? We need decisions, ladies and gentlemen. Going south, alright. That is if it looks like Saxmax and Takeda are actually teaming up. Should I take out, or at least try to take out Mr. T Vida? Because he is tearing some mighty holes into my army. I won't take him out, but I can damage him. Alright, I can try to do that. It's highly unlikely, but I will try. I think I've managed to take out Saxmax in this complete chaos. So at least my goal has been reached. At least I hope that he died. I don't know for 100% sure I'm going to send some fish Cossacks over. It appears like my mines are actually under fire from towers. And sure enough, one of my iron mines has died. I'm sorry, Michael, I don't think I can take out the towers. But I can try to take out Cossacks even more. Maybe later, yeah, probably. I think the building upgrades actually preventing me to do anything there, but we can try later again, of course. Though I honestly also want this to end slowly, because I'm also getting a bit fed up. Would appear that Sasmas is still not dead. I wonder where he's hiding, because I can't really see him over balloons. Talking about lag, Pepper is addressing the lag situation, and yeah, it's lagging. I feel that too. Here is Saxmax, which is one little peasant. I'm sorry to ruin his dreams, I'm actually not. I could take over this town hall and make a double nation, but out of gentleman's spirit, this is not something to be voted about. This town hall just gets captured and destroyed. And sure enough, Saxmax is dead. First blood goes to me, thanks to you. Make me great again. So what should we do next? There's quite a few options. We could go to Takeda, we could go to Color, or we could go anywhere actually. You decide. One, two votes. More votes? I think not. Alright. No problem. We can do that. At least I think that you mean him, the chief. Ah, okay, you met him. Okay, no problem. We can do that. Ooh. It looks like Captain Pirate is here. I will go around him because you said I should go south. But actually it might be a bad idea to ignore him. Tactical engagements require tactical solutions. Is this actually... This is dangerous. Tactical engagements require tactical solutions. It looks like Captain Pirate is not too happy to see me here. No problem, he's in the south and we can fight. We can fight him. That's absolutely no problem. Oh. This was something unexpected. Ah. Alright, I will offer a pact. Maybe he will agree, maybe not. We'll see. That's sure a bunch of multi-barrels though. I should get to rearrange my archers. That means that now we can also take out the hated tower war. Interesting. Pulled back just as I was about to die. A pact with Carla, but I just killed him. Ish. I crippled him rather, not killed. Saxmax advised me to say goodbye. Should I say goodbye? Or shouldn't I? It's up to you. And I have 100,000 gold. Should I buy staples? Or shouldn't I? Should I just save for the next barrel? Which is like 200,000 gold. Ah, goodbye! Adios, amigos! Arrivederci! Adieu! And everything that fits into there. So I have now said goodbye and everybody's happy. Yes, English only, but in this case I made an exception. Because multiple ways of goodbye is also a meme. And I like my memes. You wanna know? Investing in gold instead. Alright, I can do that. No problem. We'll invest in more gold and a bigger economy. So we can have even more gold. And that's kind of capitalism, isn't it? The sad answer is I'm from Germany. I would prefer to be English, because English is my favorite language. And I also speak English better than German. Adam Smith was his god, I think, yeah. And he invented the Smithian economies, which are the base foundations of capitalism, of modern capitalism. So, I'm surprised, but you're right. That's a pretty good idea. Well done, well thought. Yes, just open a Wikipedia page on Adam Smith. You should be able to read about him. So we now have more gold. We can always have more gold, but it will cost a bit. Quite a bit, to be exact. Yes, but where do you want to find information otherwise? If Wikipedia is unreliable, which I won't argue against. But where do you want to find information elsewhere? There is not really an option as far as I know. Maybe you know though. Britannica? I haven't heard of that. Maybe I should take a look on that. Maybe. It appears like Call of Duty wants to ally people now. And just to inform you, there was never a vote about or any advice or order about building something in the Diplomatic Center for Eternity. So we don't have any mercenaries right now. Should we change this? So should we make any mercenaries? Our army consists only of archers and musketeers as of the moment. Pikes and swordsmen. I don't have any proper pikes that I could use for a meat shield. If I would make not my own pikes right now, I would greatly compromise my firepower, because I can't make any musketeers. But swordsmen, well, that would also be a problem, because then I compromise my archers. Except if you specify the amount of barracks I should allocate them to. I have 4 17th barracks and 5 castles. I'm also gonna take the freedom to patch the hole in the wall. Because nobody really likes holes in the wall. No, there is no balloon. Not in this game. It's deactivated. You shouldn't guide me. You should tell me what to do. Because you decide what I do, and I can't. I don't have an own voice right here, to be honest. So it's up to you what I do. I don't need to build artillery if you don't say to. Or better said, I can't build artillery if you don't say I should build artillery. Because if you say I should, then I have to. Alright, I'm supposed to go south, then I will go south once more into the breach. I just need some gates to make. I just need some build gates to make my logistics a bit easier. Yes, indeed. The hole in the wall has been patched by now. And I should build artillery. Alright, then I will build artillery. No problem. Just as you say I should, so I will. Five artillery depots coming right up. I've got the Midas touch. Oh, looks like Captain Pirate is here, but I think that's just what you meant by go south. And thus, his army will have to fight mine. It appears like his army is inactive anyway. So I'm going to swoop through like a hot knife through butter. Now he reacted. But my push will continue. My men are running into cannons, but they don't really seem to capture them. But I love visual glitches. This game is kind of full of them after all. Walls seem to be pretty popular this round. Oh no, that's cut off its wall. Or is it? Yes, I think it is. No mercy for the weak, we will go further south. Just in case put a wall to the left, to the west. Alright. That we can do as well. Let's start with this, and later we can extend it so that all our mines are protected. Should I accept Call of its truce? Unfortunately, our attack on Captain Pirate has utterly shattered because he has infinite men. Maybe he is the source of lag. Alright, then we will accept Call of its truce. That means that our Great War can be extended right now. Just in case somebody gets funky ideas and wants to attack the mines. I have a howitzer. Stolen from Captain Pirat. Because I tried to shoot that mortar-barry cannon. Sure enough, we succeeded, and the howitzer goes down. And the amounts of lag are getting real on my side. I like the way you think, Michael. Looks like Pepper has pizza time. Our production of artillery is starting. I suppose we are going to make all artillery, because that's what everybody does. And that would be only fair. The construction of a Great Wall seems to be interrupted, such as we interrupt the building of the Wall of Colorfit. Because the peasants of Colorfit seem to be ready for a brawl. We have 300,000 gold. What are we supposed to do with this? My wall is almost fully built. I think that Colorfit can soon build his wall. Ooh, it looks like Captain Pirat is coming on. And I think he is coming from me. So my artillery shall unleash a mighty barrage. This is a warning shot. Looks like he's going for color fit. Should we help color fit? Actually, it appears like our artillery barrage has scared him off. I'm not tolerating anybody standing in front of my city. Make more upgrades at Academy Advance. Yes, but the problem is we already have all the interesting Academy upgrades. The only thing that doesn't really open anymore is artillery accuracy upgrades and ship upgrades. And land ships haven't quite been invented yet. Alright, we don't need to have color fit, but should I pre-think that for next time, in case something happens? Because if so, that would be pretty much a protection alliance, or a defensive alliance rather. It is up to you. I can't say anything, but my part of the wall is finished, so Colorfit can build his if he wants to, since this wall seems to be damaged either way. Artillery upgrades, alright. The accuracy upgrades I won't make, they are useless. But the range upgrades, yes, they are good. Except if you want me to do the accuracy upgrades. I have to mention it. It's your choice. Southwest. It looks like Captain Pilar is actually coming to us. So we are going to shell him. With our mighty artillery. He is retreating, sure enough. And fair enough. There's a mighty bulk of Scotsmen coming after him. Great Scott. Continue the shelling. Will assure us a victory later on. And with that, with the artillery range upgrades, our howitzers are actually also useful. Let's wait for the frame guns, and we will have a deadly mixture. They should be ready soon, I hope. Exactly, accuracy upgrades are better when you attack buildings or ships, or when you want to focus on enemy artillery, which you almost always don't want to. And even then, even without artillery accuracy upgrades, you are mostly set against enemy artillery. Because it's quite rare that they are far-stretched. The only exception probably would be multiple cannons to target, because these can actually rip through your musketeers and your other units. If you don't have round shears, of course, round shears can soak up a bit of damage. I don't know how the shrapnel damage works, but I think it stops after punching through some units. I'm not sure though. So let's see, what do you think? Southwest. Alright, that can do. I think before that, actually, should I build towers to defend this little open space in my wall that's supposed to choke attackers, just as a last backup? Because when I go out and I get defeated and Captain Pirat comes, it's game, set, and match. And I have the gold, I have 400,000 gold, I can just buy what I want. I know, but we were distracted by Captain Pirat. So I thought we'd first deal with them, and then we go to the southwest. But if you say it like that, it sounds like you don't want to anymore. Oh, it's still valid. Alright, no problem. But my idea stands. Should I build towers to defend? Well, let's head on to the southwest. That's about the middle. The middle chunk of the map, but I think you mean the far right, far left southwest. On the bottom. So we go there, I guess. The tower is shelling us, so we will take out the tower. Fair enough. We'll go for more units then. That said, I haven't gotten an answer for around 3 times if we should build stables or not. And I also haven't gotten an answer if I should produce round shears or not. Because I don't think producing swordsmen and pikemen is useful at this point. Did I just say useless? I mean useful. It's not really useful anymore. Continuing our push. Alright, yes stables, yes to round shears. Lancers or raiders in terms of cavalry. Because we are going to have quite a few stables to work with. Lancers. Interesting choice. But alright. Our artillery has to catch up, so our advance stops for a second. Right, we are moving back forward. Back forward. Yeah, you know what I want to say. It's just getting a tad bit late. Getting shot by a tower again, so the tower must go. Lancers are actually more useless than raiders, because raiders are a Hussar type cavalry, and Hussars, if you know, if they move around, they get +5 bullet defense. So basically, if you use Lancers, you have a Hussar, and if you raiders, you have a Hussar. If you use Lancers, you have a Cuirassier without armor, which is. If you would make me choose, I would always go for raiders. Because Lancers are just... they are useless, I guess, if you have a 17th century only gamer and you need a tanky unit for melee. Then they are decent, I guess. But otherwise, no. They are slow and just not worth it, in my opinion. So no, they are really not almost the same. Oh boy. Being greeted by an entire artillery devastation. Oh, that's a ton of units. I think somebody's been camping. Yes, but the slight build time and attack difference between Raider and Lancer doesn't make them almost the same. You see, Lancers are slow, Raiders are fast. Raiders have bullet defense if they move, Lancers don't. There is a difference, you see. I'm not meaning this in a bad way, no. Maybe you just don't know. But there is a significant difference between fast and slow cavalry. See, with fast cavalry you can still do flanking maneuvers, go around into the enemy musketeers from behind. With slow cavalry like Lancers, you can't. They are just good for tanking or for taking out round shears. And if you want to take out round shears, then by all means, then go for Lancers. If you want to tank bullets, go for Lancers. But tanking can also be done by raiders if they move around. So, in the effective way, the only thing you get is a unit that can attack round shears more effectively. They can't do anything else. You have to go into the details to see the little shiny bits that makes the unit special and different. Almost nobody plays Scotland, and I don't blame them. I'm the only one who mains it, and I think that I'm almost the only one who actually has a deeper clue of what Scotland is. Bullet protection is not the same. The Lancer has 0 bullet defense. And for Hussars, the bullet defense only activates when they are moving, when they are riding around. When they are attacking, there's no bullet defense. Excuse me, but could you please... I'm really sorry to say that, but please don't waste my time. If you don't want to take my explanation, fair enough, you don't have to accept it. I am explaining it with experience and facts. If you don't want to accept that, go ahead, but please don't waste my time. Anyway, the Colorfit is under attack. And I remember, we have to help him. Because you said so earlier on. Unfortunately, I don't have any artillery right now. So we'll have to do without. That's a lot of units from Captain Pirate. Maybe with some well-aimed cannon shots we can decimate them, but I think it's game over. Mate, I have told you 4 or 5 times that cavalry, fast cavalry, Hussar-like cavalry, have an active 5 bullet protection when they are moving, riding around. Please. You're starting to really piss me off, mate. And I'm really hard and I can really take a lot. It's all good. I'm still lord of my own will. I think that we are not going to be recovering from this though. So that's a bit of a shame. Should we go nuke or should we just sit out and maybe hope for wonder? By the way, going nuke means that I blow up everything. Make your choice. We can sit out or nuke. Oh, looks like people want me to surrender. 2, in fact. I suppose that's more than enough. So, here comes the nuke. Welcome to Hiroshima, welcome to Nagasaki. This is our private spot. private spot for a place in the radioactive sun. Raise the sun. We still have 2 archers left. 1 archer. Can he kill a musketeer before he dies? Ah, no, he failed. You did well, little archer. So let's have a greater look on the map. Because what I fear is that it's not going to be over anytime soon. The greater look on the map doesn't really seem to work. I am not dying. I have no buildings, I have no units. I have almost 700,000 gold though, now I'm defeated. And I can't quite say, from the looks of this, it is not going to be over soon. We have a huge base with units from Takeda. We have a huge base with troops from both Captain Pirate and Pepper. There's some ruins of Mark in the corner. They are pretty much dead though. Rurik Slacksmith and me are dead. And it does not appear like there's any border clashes or any fights at all from Pirate and Pepper. I think they might be teaming. But Pepper seems to be going for Takeda now. However, since you cannot see it, there's a problem, because I can't really talk about what is going on and have you know about it, what I'm talking about. I could move for screen break, because I need a little bit of a pause time as well. I have to attend important business on the toilet, and therefore I will be right back. Yeah, be right back. And I have returned. The reason I wasn't growing is because I subjected myself to the opinion of the stream chat. So everything that I had to do, I only well, I had to do what the chat was saying. That was why I was so relying on people saying for me what to do. So I didn't grow for an hour of peace time. Not really, at least. I was staying quite small because oftentimes I just got no answers. The extra defensive fast unit, the hidden the armor bonus, the bullet protection, is from the announcements, from the community, from the patch announcements. Like the official announcements for the Cossacks patch, last patch I think. Let me have a look. I don't quite know which update it was, but you just have to look into the news on the Cossacks Steam website. You should just look through all of it, and you should see patch notes that say something about cavalry like hussars, fast cavalry that gets a hidden armor bonus. I don't know which one it was though. My economy was very good. In fact, I almost had 700,000 gold to the end, so I could have bought everything I wanted, but I didn't. Simply because, well, I didn't have any space. If I would have expanded outside of my walls, I would have been, or well, at least these buildings would have been easy too. And I would have built them in the corridor, which I planned to channel enemy units into. Then I wouldn't have any space to have my cannons fire at them. So it was kind of forced, but not forced. If they would have stood outside, enemy grenadiers would have taken them out. They could have been sat on for ages by enemy dragoons. Basically, I could have spent resources, but gained nothing. Pretty much. So I didn't see any reason to do it. A time limit in Cossacks? What would you even put that time limit onto? The score is unreliable. You can lose a lot of score, but still be the best player. And besides, the score glitches out for everybody. Only the host has a proper score. So technically, would there be a different winner for everybody? I mean, of course it would be nice if everybody would just start winning if the timer runs out. Alright, have fun, Michael. It appears like Beppa's army is starting to run into Takeda's base, but Takeda is not really reacting to it. It's just a small force of Beppa, but he is still destroying most of his base. An army that Takeda could easily counter, I suppose. Interestingly, Takeda is using light cavalry and possibly Toroseni instead of proper 18th century cavalry. I agree, the game gets boring after 2 hours of playing it more, but you can't make a reliable score system in a game that has a score system that breaks for everybody, apart from the host. Basically, this game is just almost incompetently designed in a way that you can't have another victory condition than elimination. Because at least that works. It also took a few updates though, because you used to be able to be dead but still live. Basically be a zombie and attack people while you were actually dead if you just gave up and didn't kill your peasants. That was fun times. You could have also just sat aside and watched people and build a city. Now Takeda's reacting to Beppa. Inefficiently though, because his cavalry is literally just running a long way in front of his infantry, dying long before the infantry even arrives. And true enough, that's the way how Takeda dies to this little force of Pepper. Although fair enough, Pepper has a massive reinforcement army coming in. The magic of camping, I would say. Because Russian stables are very expensive, and the amount of cavalry that Pepper is fielding is, yeah, incredible. Some of them are mercenary dragoons, of course, but I would say the main part is actual dragoons. Oops, that was my keyboard, in case I heard that. No, there is no agreement. For some reason, people just don't want to kill color. I think I'm the only one who is actually willing to kill Collar once he sees them. Or once he sees them. The Collar fits, yes. That's the new version of the Beatles. Yeah, but I think I'm the only one who's actually willing to finish him off. The other ones just force him to relocate and stay there. I don't know though, maybe I'm wrong. Of course, in the end game everybody wants to kill Collar as well. If they can. But sometimes there's just little funny things that might be preventing them from killing him. I think that at this point it's very clear to say that Pepper is going to win. This enormous army is just gonna run over everybody, basically. I'm not even sure if that's a camped army, because Russia just has capacities to push out units like that. Well, a lot of them, not very high quality, but a lot. And PSA Pepper is housed as well, so he can't produce any more right now. You don't have to believe me. But I think that, well, he might have been almost dead, but he wasn't fully dead. I would have killed him if the chat would have told me to kill him, like I killed Saxmax. I chased him well, not halfway, through the entirety of Takeda's base just to kill his peasants, and then I chased him down with some siege Cossacks. But nobody told me to finish off Color. Instead they told me to make a non-aggression pact, and so I did. The chat decided, and I followed. So you can't really rate anything up from this game, because in this game the chat is my boss. And besides, FFAs are always chaotic. I think this is going to be the final minutes of the game. Or maybe one of the final points of the game, rather. Pepper's enormous army just seems to roll over everybody right now. Takeda is mostly down. Captain Pirate is pretty much down, and Call of it can't really put up a resistance without an army, I guess. Which is fair enough. But I actually lost a slight engagement against Takeda, but that was because Takeda was on a hill and Pepper was not. And Captain Pirate decided to nuke himself, dealing damage to Beppa's army. To his Dragoon force at least. Considerable damage, even though they are still way too many for anybody to handle. And I think at this point this is only really proper Dragoons left. I don't know if Mark is still shown as alive, because due to his colored name, I can't really see if he's grayed out or not. But considering there's nothing of Mark left, I would suppose he's dead. Looks like Pepper is picking the wrong side. Because he is teal, his units are teal, not white. I don't know why so many people consider this to be white. And Takeda fought swell. For some reason Color is still alive. I don't see the pockets of resistance though. Perhaps there's a mine somewhere. And Takeda quit and Colopit died. So we are finally done. It took a while, but now I can finally put myself to rest again. Not in terms of sleep. I am not going to sleep for a few hours, but well, it's over now, I suppose. Well, I thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I thank you, at least those who properly participated in my little experiment. I thank you for voting. It was a good time, I think, and I think we had a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do that again, I don't know. I will have to announce it though, because we need participants, and you know, sometimes it's hard to get participants. But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and goodbye from my side.